Hello guys, it's Chloe and today I have a basket of all of the makeup products that I used to love. Now a lot of these makeup items I stopped using about a year ago, if not more. Some of them have also expired at this point, but I still use them anyway. And I know you're getting a sneak peek now, but you can't see up close what worked and what didn't, you know? Because some of these items I fell back in love with, I wonder why I ever stopped using them, and then some of these items I was just like, but yeah, that is what we are doing today. I have seen this video a couple of times. I think I'm really bad at this. I'm pretty sure I've seen Casey Holmes do this, or I know she has a series of going back to her old favourite foundations. But I've definitely seen this video around, and I just think it's a really fun challenge. It's so fun to just go back to what I used to love, and just it helps me see how my makeup has changed from back then to now. Because even now, it's crazy looking at myself right this second, because this is exactly how I would look a year ago. But things are still different. I'm still doing things in my own way with my new techniques. It's honestly crazy. This is probably one of the most funnest videos I've ever filmed. I love this video, and I hope that you guys do too. So without me rambling, because my videos are always 12 years long, we're just gonna get straight into it. So my hair is up on a bun. I hope that you guys don't mind. I just try and keep it real here on my channel. I cannot get ready with my hair down. Everything is gonna get everywhere. And also this girl, what, I hate when you get spots like that. Give me one just in a random place and I'm okay, but when you get them in just the most awkwardest places, honestly. But I do have to say, the first thing I'm noticing about, I have my basket of stuff here. This is so much lighter than my typical basket of stuff that I need to bring up. If I was doing any other makeup look, usually this basket is really full and stuff like that. So straight away that tells me that maybe I was once a little bit more minimalistic. But we're just gonna get straight into it. And first things first, it's only been recently that I've stopped doing this, within the last few months. But my favourite thing to do, and I still do believe that it works, but is to put a eye primer on your nose to hold the hold the foundation, and it's kind of just an extra layer of grip for your foundation, especially if you're oily like me. It just gives you some protection from the slipping and sliding. So typically I just used to put it on that with a doe foot applicator. The one that I'm using there is by MUA in Superdrug, and I will just blend this out. And I don't know why I've just kind of gone away from this trick. I think it's because just as winters came and it's been really cold and I've just been ill all the time, my nose was getting really dry, so I haven't really been priming it at all, really. But next up is Benefits Professional. Now typically in life I used to go back between this one, the Stay Matte version of this, the Matte Rescue version of this, and I like Benefit Professional. I see why it was my favourite, but I don't know, I don't really have a major issue with pores, so I've just found primers that keep my oils at bay more, stuff like that, that are just more suited to my skin than this. Luckily I don't deal with that many big pores, but it really does make your skin look amazing, and I still sometimes use this on no makeup days. So yeah, I do still like this one as well. So both the primers, they're not still my absolute favourite things to use or tricks to do, but they're still favourites. So for foundation, this is crazy because I loved this foundation. I love this even over any high-end foundation, and I think I still might. It's the Rimmel... No, it's not the Rimmel Stay Matte. That's the powder. It's the L'Oreal 24 Hour Matte Foundation. My issue is with this is that this is the lighter shade. Yeah. This is a beautiful foundation, but I've talked about this in a few videos now, that I'm just craving to find my actual foundation shade. I want it so bad. So I am trying to I'm just naturally staying away from super dark foundations where I have to bronze my neck and stuff like that. It was getting a little bit too annoying, but this is what I'm going to be using today. I honestly haven't used this foundation in a very long time. It's probably been about 7 or 8 months, not even being dramatic. I don't even remember how much to use anything or anything anymore. It's crazy. The shade of this isn't horrific, to be honest. I think it looks worse on the bottle. I think I just kept looking at the bottle and I was like, girl, no. So what I'm noticing straight away is the way that the foundation is on my skin. I still think that I love it. I remember that it is medium to full. I have to build it up on my cheeks, But yeah, what I'm noticing is that over my other foundations, this one is slightly harder to blend in. Like, I've been blending for a minute. So I think that the foundation still looks amazing, just as much as I did before. I'm not like 100% loving the texture of the foundation. I don't know why. It doesn't look like the same as like recently I've been using like my Lancome mix. Like, I mixed other foundations with it. I think I love the coverage and I love the way that it wears, but I do think that there is a couple of things that could be tweaked. So as far as this goes, I think I'm gonna put it back on my dresser, get it out of its drawer, put it back on my dresser, and I think I'm gonna try and mix it with my Lancome foundation and see what it does for that foundation. Next up I have concealer, and the one I have is the Collection Long Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade Fair 1. Again, my thing with this is the shade. That's pretty much why I stopped using this concealer, is it just doesn't really do anything for me. It's nice, the coverage is nice, it does cake up a little bit too. I do have quite dry under eyes. Wherever I put it, I think that it gets a little bit cakey and a little bit dry, so I don't know. I've kind of just like gone off concealer because, again, same thing with the foundations. I just cannot find my right shade in it. Never mind something to actually like light it, like brighten my under eyes. So I just kind of miss up on concealer. Again, fortunately, I don't have dark circles or really crazy bags or anything, so I can get away without wearing concealer. As far as the concealer goes, I think it looks nice as of now. I think it's highlighted me the slightest little bit. I don't know if that's just because it's still drying down in those areas, but I don't think that it's a bad concealer, but I just don't think that, like, I don't have a favourite in concealer in general, and like, just this isn't it, you know? So for powder, this is actually still my favourite. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte. You've probably heard me talk about this 1,100,000,000 times. My favourite thing to do with the Rimmel Stay Matte at the minute is to crush it up and mix it with a loose powder, just because like that way I can bake with it, and also I feel as though it's not as yellow if I can mix it with the translucent powder. So like, I still get the insane coverage, like that extra coverage that the Rimmel Stay Matte gives me, and it still has its matte staying power, but it's just not as yellow because, again, I'm trying to find my right shade. But yeah, this is a favourite, has been a favourite for like 6 years now, so I don't think that the Rimmel Stay Matte is going anywhere soon. I really wish that they would expand the shade range. I don't really know what shades they have. The shade that I use is translucent and it's hot yellow, so I wouldn't even want to explore any other shade because I already know they're going to be too dark for me. But I feel as though they don't have any dark shades either. Like, it's just medium. I love doing videos like this, but I don't know, I just feel like I have to be a little bit more serious. And I think that sometimes I take my, like, serious talking videos a little bit too seriously. And I need to just, like, lighten up a little, honestly. I was just editing my MD products. And to be fair, I filmed that video a long time ago. It's just been sitting there waiting for me to edit it. And at the time, like, it was like the first couple of times that I'd filmed in front of Dean, my boyfriend, and he was sat with me, so like, I can tell I'm super awkward in that, but I'm too serious, honestly. I don't know how, because I'm never serious about anything in life. But for bronzer, this looks terrifying, honestly. This is the Collection, look at the lid, Bronze Glow Matte, and as you can see, this is in the shade Terracotta, number 1 Terracotta, guys. But as you can see, I love this bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the lightest hand ever, like, literally. I don't know why I like this so much. I can't remember. I think it just gave me like a nice glow. I don't think it's as pigmented as it looks in there. I'm shook. Yeah, I don't think it's as pigmented. It's like super warm. Okay. You guys, I really like this bronzer. I can totally see why it was a favourite of mine. I haven't blended it out yet, but I just think this looks so nice. I think I love, like, the colour of it out. I'm bronzing my neck, but, like, as soon as I just touch my neck, it goes bright red. It will go down in a little while. But yeah, this bronzer, I love this bronzer. I literally love this bronzer. Like, who would have known? What I'm holding in my hands is Marc Jacobs Fantastic, and I love this bronzer. To be honest, are these? No, they're not similar. I love this bronzer a lot, and I love this one too. Like, I would pick either of them over each other. I'm gonna keep this out. I actually love that bronzer. Just because, like, honestly, that could have gone totally the wrong way. I was thinking, like, when I seen it, like, because I do remember having that bronzer. And I was thinking, like, why did I pick it up for a start? But, like, why was this my favourite? I remember loving it, but I was just like, why was this a favourite? Okay, I totally forgot about the step because it's not a step that I do anymore. But around my jawline here, I have just, like, a lot of crazy pigmentation. I don't really know if they're freckles. I don't really know, like, what it is. I just have a lot going on my face. And my jawline also doesn't, like pigmentation to stick to it. Like, things can get patchy and weird down here real quick. You can always slightly see that just around here doesn't look too great. Like, not my chin, just from here to here and here to here. It just doesn't like pigment in those areas. So I used to take one of these scratchy ass concealers. This is by MUA, the Hide and Conceal Stick. And they're just, like, super thick concealers. And, like, basically, I used to just put it in those areas because they're so thick that my skin couldn't say no. It had to accept it. It was on there, like, super glue. And that was, like, one of my favourite things to do. And I used to tell other people to do that too. I was like, oh, if you don't have, like, a certain patch on your face that doesn't take pigment, slap some of this over it. But, yeah, I did forget to do that step for you guys. It's too late now because I have already powdered. But, just so you know, this was some kind of favourite. I actually have a second bronzer that's a little bit more shimmery that I want to also apply over top of this. This is Miss Sporty Instaglow bronzer. And I also had the blush too. I cannot find the blush anywhere. I think I might have given the blush away. But I remember liking this too. I don't typically go for shimmery bronzers. I think the shimmery bronzers are actually quite nice. But I just have, like, a lot going on this face. Like, you can still see all of my pigmentation and freckles underneath my skin. So I just don't like adding glitter and stuff like that to those areas, but I'm still gonna dip into this. Oh, she pigmented. Okay, that's enough. That is enough of that. I don't know if I would go back to this. I keep it in my collection for whatever reason. Like, I still keep it no matter what. So I think that in the summer it'd be really nice. And about once a year, I do sometimes fake tan. So I think that it would be nice if I could get, like, a really good fake tan and then that on my face I think would look stunning. I just think, like, on this little pale ass monstrosity, it's not happening today. So as far as eyebrows, I actually don't have an old favourite eyebrow pencil just because eyebrow pencils are something that I go through so quick. So once one's out, the other one's in. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows using my Anastasia Brow Wiz eyebrow pencil. And I do have some more products that we can put on my eyebrows that I used to love. So my eyebrows are really frustrating me. I've had, like, a love-hate issue with the Anastasia eyebrow pencil. I just don't like the pigment or the shade. Like, look at this. This looks like shit. And I spent, like, 10 minutes trying to get these, like, just trying to get the pigment, like, nice. But one of my favourite old tricks that I actually went back to recently is to just put a dark eyeshadow over the top of my eyebrows. And one of my favourite palettes to do that with was the Morphe 35O. So you can actually see, because I'm almost hitting pan on these two right here, typically more this one. Those are the shades that I would use. So those are the shades that I'm going to be using today. But yeah, so I'm just taking this. This is on actually a little Morphe angled brush as well. And I'm just going to fill my brows with this. Okay, so my eyebrows are not playing today. They look like shit and I have to go to McDonald's later. So, God bless me. But for brow gel, I used to be obsessed with a Benefit Gimme Brow. And this is in the shade number 3, the Brow Volumizer Vibe Gel. I'm pretty sure this is like a travel size. I'm sure it's bigger than this normally. But yeah, this is in my old shade number 3. Like, that's how long ago. Oh, this is gloopy. But yeah, I used to love this. It's like a coloured brow gel. I used to love tinted brow gels, and I understand why I've just made a mess. This is why I hate them now, because I'm too rushed and too messy, and, like, I'll get crazier by the day. But I love them just because, like, when the pigment ain't looking too nice in the brow, you just put this over top and it just makes everything look better. It just pulls everything together and it makes things look a lot more natural. And it just makes your eyebrows look better when the hairs are just a little touch darker. For blush, I actually still love this blush, but this is from MAC's Christmas collection in, like, 2016. So obviously it's not available anymore, so I can't use it on my channel. But look at this little palette. I still do use this blush all the time. I am obsessed with this blush. But I just didn't really have, like, an old favourite. Just because Blush is something that, I don't know, I'm just weird about blush. I don't really like blush, and I don't wear it all the time. I did have one that I loved from the brand MUA. I think it was in the shade Lolly, and it was like £1, but I broke it while filming a YouTube video, one of my first ones. So she is no longer with us, but that was an old favourite, and I probably would still love that blush. So for highlight, this is actually kind of sad. For highlight, my old favourite is Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Manny MUA Skin Frost in the shade Eclipse. Now, my highlighter went like everybody else's. As you can see, there was something wrong with this formula, and it just starts to go like chunky here to the point where it's just like pressed so hard that nothing comes off. This is the most blinding highlighter ever, but look at that. But then the reason why I've hit pan on it is because I had to scrape like a few layers of this off. That's like, whenever you scrape these like weird bits that have just like collected and gone strange, it's like barely nothing, and then there's a swatch of like the actual pigment. Like you see, nothing pigment, nothing pigment. This highlighter is the best highlighter I've ever used. It's the most blinding, the most beautiful, but there's just something happened with the formula. I don't know if it's because Jeffree tried to make it a really, really long-lasting highlight or what. I don't know what happened. I know that there was a lot of drama and controversy around it. And obviously I do love Jeffree Star and Manny MUA. I'm really sad over just like not seeing them be friends at the minute. But you know, that is none of our business. But this highlighter, it just breaks my heart. And it, like, if I could, like, as I'm getting past, like, as I'm dipping into these parts and not like the manky parts, it is my favourite highlighter. But it's not something that I would repurchase. I think these are like £25 a piece. And when I first got it, I was like, I need to buy another one before they sell out, before they never come back, because I need this in my life. But then the second, like, the formula started going weird, pretty much straight away. I don't know if you can see, but, like, around here, it's still, like, the actual top of the highlighter. You can still see some of the star. I didn't really get to use this that much. So, yeah, like, it would be my favourite highlighter, but because of the really strange formula, it's can't be my favourite highlighter anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I first got it, it changed my life. It really, really did. I've never seen a glow like this ever. But unfortunately, they fucked up on the formula. So for eyeshadow, I have the Morphe palette. Now, I do have to be 100% brutally honest. Ever since trying other high-end makeup palettes, and this isn't high-end because it's like £20, but I have other palettes that are £20 that blend out so much better than this. The pigment are so much better than this. I don't know, but this, my Morphe palette, is probably like 3 years old, so I know that they constantly change the formula, and apparently it's like amazing now. I do have the 35 OM. I got it the second it launched. It was about a year ago I got that palette, and that formula is 1,000 times better than this one here. So, like, you know, I'm not saying like thingy, but just like I need to repurchase this palette if I want to keep using it, just because the shadows, I'm just gonna go on with that light shade that I hit pan on, just because these shadows in this particular palette, they just don't blend good. And it's nothing to do with it expiring, it's just always been like that. I am actually going to cheat a slight bit, and I'm just going to grab my 35 OM. This is the all matte palette. I'm not sure if I want a full matte look or a full shimmer look. This is still one of my old favourites because I don't want to use this much anymore either. The mattes that I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use from this palette just because I am going to McDonald's, and that is super important for me, and I want my eyeshadow to look the best, you know. So we're actually going to do a complete throwback, and I think that I did film a video like this, or like explain this on my channel. Sorry, I'm looking for a brush. Like, I used to have this certain eye look that I used to do all the time. Like, I used to do it all the time. For the classic Chloe Cool Tone look, I'm first going to be going with, you're probably going to be shook, I'm first going to go in with this Cool Tone shade right here. I used to wear this look religiously. Like, if you saw me about a year and a half ago, this was all I was wearing. So this is going to be my transition shade. It's pretty much a grey colour. It's got a little bit of brown, but it's pretty much straight up grey. One of the hardest shades to blend. Little amateur Chloe. Love this. I actually still do. I actually love the way that this looks, I'm not gonna lie. Now, at this point, I used to go full on intense and put shades like this in my crease, and she's developed from then. So my lid shade was always this shade right here. So this is the exact same brush that I always used to use. This is called the large eyeshadow brush, and I got this out of a shop called Boys in my town, and it was probably like 3 or 4 quid, which, to be honest, like, girl, for a brush out of Boys. But I'm just gonna pack this on my lid using this brush. So this is typically the look that I would always go for. Like, as I said, if you were like looking at me, you were looking at this eye look, this is what I always had on. The shadow, like that shadow on my lid, is a little bit weird and choppy. Like, you have to kind of like finesse it in. But you know, I used to think it looked cute. I used to think that, like, I don't know, I just used to really like this. I don't know why. Again, for mascara, I don't have a mascara that, like, I've been clinging on to since way back when, because that's disgusting. I don't have the mascara, but for lashes, I have these. Now, these are Violet Voss Unicorn Flare lashes. And when for the first, like, 6 months of my channel, up until I found Dodo lashes, these were the only pair of lashes I wore. And when I tell you, I only had one pair of those pair of lashes, and I wore them. I owned them for about a year, but I wore them for about 6 months straight. The same pair of lashes almost every single day, because I was stupid. So I finally repurchased a pair. I don't know why I never did. I don't know why I didn't bother repurchasing a pair, but you know, they were still working. They were still like looking fine. So I guess like what was the issue? But I purchased this pair, and then like 2 weeks later I found Dodo lashes, and since then I've just like never gone back to these lashes. So I'm actually really excited to do this. I'm gonna glue them up and do my mascara while they're drying. Like, I still think that these lashes are cute. But no, yeah, I'm just like, if there's anything in this video that I'm really excited about, it's these lashes, because I was obsessed. I used to hate false eyelashes until I found these eyelashes, and like that's what started everything with lashes and me. So yeah, just definitely out of everything, these are what I'm so excited for. Okay, it's time for the lashes. Okay, they're not even like drying down. I remember the lash bands on these being so thick, but that's what like I found super easy to apply, and that's like, these lashes are the reason that I got comfortable for. So I'm so shook for this. Like, I don't even think you know. Like, I knew for ages with those lashes, I was just like, Chloe, you need to get like some more lashes, and I never could. Oh, why do I think that they're so ugly? Hello? Okay, they're not too bad, but I think I wouldn't wear like anything like this today. Like, this looks like a hedgehog on my eye. They're so spiky. Like, looking at them, I think that they're beautiful, but just for me, I don't know. They're just like not the typical style I would go for today. I do actually now prefer more wispy lashes. These are not wispy in the slightest. They're like somewhat 3D, but they're not wispy. I'm not mad at it. I just know that, like, I know that I can do better, you know. To be fair, actually, like, looking at my makeup now that we are almost down to like the full realm of my makeup, I used to do it quite natural. Like, recently I'm really into colours and stuff like that. You know, I'll add a little bit of glitter, a little bit of flair, some like, I'm still not a big fan of like shimmer eyeshadow and stuff like that. I still love a good matte eye, but just like these lashes being like so short, and just like the eyeshadow being just brown and plain, I don't know. I just feel like my makeup used to be so much more natural than it is now, which is, I think, to only be expected, because I've loved makeup for a very long time. But for most of the time, I was just like a makeup wearer. Like, I remember my first memory of wearing makeup was just because I was a girl. I was of age, not of age, because I was in like year 8. So I think are we like 12 at that age? Everybody else, all the other girls started wearing makeup, so I started wearing makeup. Like, that's what makeup was to me. And actually thinking about it like that, kind of like I just felt something inside of me. I did, if you see me, like, because I don't know, just like now, it's an art form, it's love, it's a passion, it's a way for me to express myself. It's so crazy. Like, even me looking at this on my face right now, I'm just like this isn't me anymore. Like, I'm not expressing myself through this look right now, but when I used to wear it, I was fully expressing me, and I was really just getting into makeup. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still not like Pat McGrath. I'm not like amazing at makeup or anything like that yet, but like, I love makeup, and I do see things improve every single day, and there's loads more like cosmetics coming out every single day, and I feel like the UK is so advanced in getting America's makeup. Like, I know that sounds raged, but I remember, like, I would think about brands like Too Faced and stuff like that were just, I thought only celebrities used them, and like they were just so unavailable to us here in the UK. But now brands like that, I can just go online and order it, and there will be somebody in the UK who will ship it. So you don't have to pay crazy customs and taxes and shipping, all that stuff. Like, everything's just a lot more accessible now. Brands are getting a bit more inclusive. Like, they should be more inclusive. Obviously, we all just know what went down with Tarte. But brands are still getting a lot more inclusive to everybody. Like, I'm finding that foundations are getting lighter. I'm not spending every single day of my life hot orange like I used to. And I don't know, I just feel as though the makeup game just gets stronger and stronger every single day, and I just love it. And it's just crazy to look back on all of this. And as I said, just looking at my face right now, like, this is what I looked like a year ago, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Right, but yeah, for lip liner, this is MAC Salt, and as you can see, this is tiny. This is actually my first ever lip pencil in this, but I love this lip liner so much. So that lip pencil is like tried and true. It's been with me all along. Like, I don't have an old school lip pencil because that is the old school lip pencil. But for lips, this might shock some of you. I don't think I've ever used this on my channel. This is Kat Von D's Lolita. Yes, this is Kat Von D's Lolita. And my friend Aaron lived in London while he was doing university, and I think Kat Von D she'd just come to Debenhams. Like, he went and bought this for me, and he actually got a wristband to go and meet her, but like, he didn't really give a shit, so he didn't go and meet her. When he come and visited, he gave me this, and I loved it at first. This was like such a long wearing liquid lipstick, but for whatever reason I only used it like 2 or 3 times, and then I went back to it a while ago, and it was just patchy and weird. So like, at first, I was obsessed with it. It was the best formula I had ever found. Kat Von D is a very controversial person, and I know that a lot of people love her products, but I don't know. I don't want to like be like all judgmental and stuff like that. From what I've seen of her, honestly, I've only ever seen the video on Jeffree Star, but just, that was brutal. Like, he was under so much scrutiny over something completely different, and she had to come up with all that irrelevant shit, which most of it was bullshit. I just don't think she's a very good person, so I don't really, like, it's not that I don't really want to promote a brand, because honestly, I couldn't give a shit what people do. Well, obviously in certain levels, but like, if I think somebody's a bit of a shithead, or I don't agree with somebody's opinion, it's not going to stop me from using the makeup line. But, you know, back when all that happened, I was a bit like, she coming? Who this? And yeah, just, I loved this liquid lipstick at first. I stopped loving it so much because of the formula itself, and I just didn't really talk about it that much. But yeah, we're just going to try this out today. I do actually really love the packaging. I don't think you get that much product in here. I don't think you get that much product. I'm not quite sure, but I love the packaging of this. I think that it's stunning, and I actually quite like this long handle in a way. I actually hope that it's not patchy this time, even though my lips are really dry, and I hope that I fall back enough for this. Oh, yes. I love this again. I love this again. I don't know if I was just having a bad day, that day that I used it, but I was horrified. Like, even the way it wore all day, I must have, I don't know, had something on my lips. I don't know. My lips are incredibly dry right now. I can just see skin all in the middle. It's disgusting. How beautiful is the shade? Look at my lips. Yes. Oh, I've totally messed up. But, yes. I love this again. I love this. I was hoping, I was like, I hope I love this again. I think I said it. I was really wishing for it, because the formula, as it's the first time I ever tried this, the formula had me shook. Like, I think it must have been about 2 years ago that I got this liquid lipstick, which I was going to say, how long does this last? Oh, 1 year. So it's apparently expired, but I'm still going to use it. So, honestly, I was gonna, like, do my hair fuse and take my dressing gown off. But at this point in life, I cannot be bothered. It is cold, and yeah. But this is the final makeup look. And as I said before, it's crazy, because this is literally, like, old Chloe. Like, I think that I do look, like, a little bit different. I actually posted a throwback picture on my Instagram, and, like, my face has never changed. It's only of my makeup that changes. Never the face. But the only thing that I'm looking and I don't like is the lashes, just because they're just they're not like sitting on my eye how I would want them to. And I think that's because the lash band is a little bit too thick. Usually I would always wear eyeliner with these, like a winged eyeliner, whenever they were my favourites. So like, I didn't notice as much. But I don't know, because the lash band is so thick, it just really makes my like lash line obvious. But yeah, like this is crazy. I had so much fun revisiting these products. I'm so happy that I love this liquid lipstick again. I really need to learn to talk. If I talk for too long, this is what it turns into. My brain's just like, Chloe, I'm done. It was sad visiting a lot of products that I loved so much. Like, I loved them as much as I love certain products now. For example, Jeffree Star's Eclipse and the Morphe 35O. But they just don't 100% work out for me anymore. I still like this eye look. I don't know why. I think I just think that it suits me. But yeah, like, some of this video was hard and then some of it was super fun. The best find, I'm sorry I'm rocking my leg, I do this whenever I'm doing my actual intro. The best find was definitely the collection bronzer. I am so happy that that is back in my life and back on the top of my dresser, because that bronzer is so good, it's insane. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that I went over every single makeup item that I used as I used them. But I had so much fun doing this video. Honestly, it was amazing. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And like, just have a think in your head and have a look through like your drawers or just anywhere where you stash all of your makeup and shit. Like, see if you can find any products that you used to love and then use it now, and you're gonna either be like, why did I ever stop using this? Why is this like just shoved in this random place? Or why did I ever love this? So yeah, like, I challenge you to do that, because I had so much fun doing this, and my head just feels like it's in a different dimension. Like, most of these products I stopped using about a year ago, so I just feel like I'm Chloe B back then a year ago. It's crazy. But that is everything for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know that I definitely did. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I have some giveaways coming up soon and I wouldn't want you to miss them, so make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.